Yeah, that makes sense. I know I heard you in a recent interview talking about, I guess, the election and how that almost provides Powell with less options. So it's either he has to, as you said, you mentioned there, sort of May, June, he'll have to cut there, probably start cutting at the latest. Otherwise, he'll have to wait till after the election.
Yeah, I've been calling it May, June, or bust. Is basically what it is. The history of the Fed is that when you get into the summer of an election year through election day, and I want to be careful of my words here, they don't change policy. So whatever the policy was going in the summer, and in this case it's hold, they will continue that policy through election day. If the policy was cut, they could cut through the summer, or if the policy was hike, they can hike through the summer. But they don't change it in the summer. Now, the one caveat is 08 and 2020. If you tell me that the global economy is being shut down, or if you tell me that markets are in full collapse because of housing prices, then all bets are off. It doesn't matter that there's an election. The Fed will come in. But really what it boils down to is the March meeting, they're probably not going to move. The May meeting, they're probably not going to move, at least as we understand it now. The market pricing, about 20% chance the Fed is going to cut rates. So that leaves the June meeting. If they don't move in the June meeting, the meeting after that is July 31st. That is between the Republican and the Democrat convention, July 31st. If the Fed decides to change policy at that meeting, they will do what they desperately don't want to do, is insert themselves into the political debate. I believe, like Claudia Sahm and some others have argued, the Fed is not partisan, but they are political. And what they mean by that is that they don't sit around the meeting at the Fed and say, Donald Trump says he'll fire Jay Powell if he becomes president. So we want Biden to win. So what policies should we do to get Biden to win? They do not do that. They do not do that. They're not partisan. But are they political? Yes. They don't want to insert themselves into the political debate. So by moving in July or September, then you get the candidates talking about them. And that's exactly what they don't want. So I think if they don't pull the trigger by June, then they're going to have to wait until after the election, assuming that the data actually weakens enough to give them that move. So we are closer to an endpoint for the rate cuts in 2024 than we think. We'll have to know by June whether or not they're actually going to happen.